Welcome back to Path of Exile. We're continuing with our Saboteur level 67 at this point, and we need to traverse the rooftops and get to the square so we can start wrapping up things in the 10th act of the game. We have a couple of skill points to grab before we enter maps. I'm not going to complete the expedition now. There'll be plenty of time to do that in maps. Okay. There's an Exile with a ghost inside. Yeah, the chaos damage was insane. What just happened? Let's pick what we can. We might have to traverse through a side path, and I can see a Val side area. But I'm going to do my best not to get distracted in this episode. That's another ghost. Okay. I think we can deal with it. That was a warlord. Okay, and we're getting some fractured items. Doubt anything is gonna be good. Let's pick up the chromatic item.
I need more pockets.
We need more pockets. Okay, we have enough for the spirit shield. Okay. And realistically, that should be the ladder. Yep, there we go. We're back in the Ravage Square. We're going to open a portal here. Actually, let me assign one more point. Hold on, can I not cross? Okay, I can't cross. I think I was clicking in the wrong edge of the screen. The waypoint here is not active, but we're going back to kill Violenta here in the control blocks. We're gonna activate a waypoint, head back to the Oria docks, and use the portal that we opened. Okay, let's identify everything. Wouldn't say no to a last-minute gear upgrade. 54 life, 50 mana, intelligence. The rarity kind of kills it. Otherwise, it's honestly not a bad item. Resistances, crit. Dexterity fracture and maximum energy shield.
For freedom.
Okay, one more portal. Can probably cross here. And we got the waypoint. Perfect. Now the path is blocked by Kitava's horns. We're gonna work on that in a moment. Need to access the Templar Quartz first. Or what used to be the Templar Quartz. The standoff. Rewards a rustic sash. Unique one. So the waypoint here is not active, but it doesn't really matter. We just have to navigate past the cultists. This can be a pretty dangerous area. Right, this is the large courtroom. And after you are past it, and you pick up the Scouring Orb, well, keep moving to the west. The entrance is going to be somewhere to the north. Of course, these rooms are not always identical. Sometimes you have to travel a bit further. Right, in the desecrated chambers, we need the Staff of Purity. One last stop. We need to go back to the docks, use the portal again, and now we get to access the reliquary. But honestly, it might be faster to do it from the control blocks. Or at least open a portal there. This one was not placed optimally. That's the waypoint. Oh, that's a... I think this is the Kinetic Blast Rogue Exile. Make sure that you don't fight her next to stairs or walls.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
A bone ring. We got a silver coin. The rare that was chasing us was actually ignite resistant. Now, where is the quest item that we need? The teardrop. So portal, you can actually log out and back in if you want to. We have enough portals that it doesn't really matter.
Well, once more, you owe me. For letting you sail around on me ship. Exile, you're a giant among men. You got no idea how long I have yearned to have this beauty once more in me hands.
So the teardrop is going to reward us with a couple of belts. We'll try... Actually, which one? Heavy. Let's try the heavy belt. Not particularly good. This one, honestly, is not bad. Can sell the wand. Minion damage. Oh, this one honestly has potential.
Time and tide wait for no man.
At least some potential. Now we should go back to the control blocks, after which we're gonna complete the desecrated chambers. We need the staff to complete the event with innocence. This is a somewhat of a bizarre layout.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
Let's try to get on the balcony on the other side. Do you know what? I think I'm heading the wrong way. We actually need to go to the southwest. The lab should be here. Two mana siphoners. Okay, was not prepared for that. A lot more damage than I expected, actually. This can be somewhat tricky. Hold on. getting a second air phase. That bombing was almost immediate. You take a lot of damage here because many of these bombings actually overlap. We got a circlet and a wand. Let's go back to Lani. I'm going to open a portal.
You return from your hunt triumphant. Then Violenta is dead. I wish I could say that a celebration is in order, but in our current existence, I've had all I can stomach of banquets and feasts. Here.
She's gonna hand us a book of skill. And we're gonna use that. Let's identify these two items. Sell them immediately.
For freedom.
And let's go back to Act 9 because we're gonna find another demigod near the oasis. We are going to get one more skill point there. I don't remember, does that require, not require, does that reward respec points? Talk to Sin. Should be able to get the bottled storm here.
Now that I have both ingredients, I shall brew us a nice cup of what we need. It shames me.
But that is actually the previous dialogue.
Here and now. Gurukhan was complicated, but she was also stubborn, and never would have thought to change her ways. In the Marraketh Desert, an oasis lies to the east.
So here we
Its
are.
waters shielded from prying eyes by a preternatural storm. The sand will rip the very flesh from your bones, should you be so foolish as to enter into its dark shroud. Goodbye.
Well, it took some time, but thanks to our Marraketh neighbors,
and their ancient traditions.
we managed a strain of thaumaturgy to remove the storm from Gurukhan's blade.
We even bottled it for safekeeping.
They even bottled it for safekeeping.
Bye.
Okay, what can I say? Just make sure you open the cork carefully. We have 2 more points to assign. We're going for critical. Yeah, that's perfect.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
So Shakari is essentially a hybrid between a scorpion and a girl here. It reminds me, I want to say from another boss, but can't really put my finger on which one it is. I'm not talking about the boss from Path of Exile. It was probably a different game. Make sure you stay away from the quicksand. There are patches all over the area. The gauntlet is not exactly difficult at this point, but when you do the map version of the Desert Spring, a lot of rare enemies can spawn here, and it makes the situation difficult, especially as map mods get increasingly bad.
TotA! Rest, my child. Be free from the torments of immortality.
And we're back in Highgate. One more skill point, and we also need to decide which Pantheon power we're gonna use. Because we unlocked the final one now. Less duration of poisons, cannot be poisoned when there are at least 3 poisons on you. Questionable, but hey. I think I'm going to switch to the Soul of Lunaris. And yeah, the Soul of Wraeclast is fine.
You killed Shikari. My sister's death has finally been avenged.
This is almost good, but not quite. And that's going to conclude things in Act 9 as well. We're going back to the Ravat Square. Yes, for a 4th time, because we have to enter the ossuary. And now the bone pits are available. These crit nodes and notables are not really doing much until we have enough gear and enough sockets to swap our gems around. That's the entrance to a hideout. We don't really care about that. Okay, stay away from the exploding orbs.
Not all murders are equal.
If you say so. What is this? Chaos Orb. I'll get that. And honestly, the enemies here are quite annoying. And they have these bone spike explosions. Deathly Chambers. Increased fire resistance. No, thank you. One more recipe for us, and the sealed chest.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
It's actually Whalem that wants it. Chaos damage rank 2. Let's complete the final trial. This is going to be the annoying one with the darts. Yeah.
An emperor must know precisely where he stands.
All that's left is to complete the labyrinth. I'm going to kill a few more enemies in the ossuary. We're level 69. We're gonna get a contract. Why not?
Just in time.
No time for Alva right now. There'll be plenty of time to do incursions in the maps when we enter them. A coiled wand. And a silver coin. I did read the latest patch notes, and they improved, quote-unquote, improved the rewards. Of course, we were not powerful enough to be doing these tournaments. Let's talk to Whalem.
You found it! Bless your boots, Exile! Me lady problems will be over at last.
Surprised to hear Whalem had lady problems. Physical damage, crit... yeah, it's junk. Exactly as I expected it to be. Davinia is an NPC that's going to introduce us to the Forbidden Sanctum. It was a league that was gone for a while and now it's back. Good one at that, but we need to finish this act. Desecrated Chambers. Let's go.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
Lots of magic enemies here. It's not as good if you want to grind for experience as it was in Act 5. Yeah, Act 5. And realistically, that was one of the final recipes. I know we have one in the feeding trough. I don't believe there's anything in the canals. Let's check this area. The exit has to be somewhere around here. That's a promising one. 2 additional sockets. Thankfully, the boss fight here is nowhere near as obnoxious as the Innocence fight. No forced invulnerability stages. And that fight had a lot. 1 or 2 is fine. 3 is a bit excessive. We're almost there. Still alive. Okay. Gold amulet, Karui scepter, and the scepter of staff of purity. Not a scepter.
I fear I have not been entirely honest with you, my friend. While it is true that this staff can forge a path for us through Kitava's horns, it has the ability to revitalize innocence into waking fully. And that is where the staff's true power resides.
Bannon was a man whom I greatly admired, possibly even loved. My heart is grieved to see him depart from us and journey to the home of Hinekora.
Perikil stone.
For freedom.
So we can now get past the horns. We're pretty much done. Before we head to the canals, we have to go to the Aspirants Plaza and defeat Izaro.
The goddess is watching.
The Merciless Labyrinth is level 68. We're level 69. Could use a bit more health, but I don't really want to wait and farm more areas. And this is not the trial. Basilica Halls. The question is, where's the exit going to be? I'm going to guess west and not east, but you never really know. What type of chest is this? The Bane of the Loyal. So this probably means that the exits are close to each other. There's the gauntlet.
Oh, the weary
Double resistances. I forgot about that recipe.
An emperor is only as efficient as
Of course,
those
it's
he
pretty hard to
commands.
miss. We didn't deposit our... Yeah, we should have gone to the stash, but that's okay.
Claim your inheritance.
Hopefully the totem is going to distract Izaro enough.
Must I do everything myself? You are inexhaustible. Determination overcomes domination. This is the one law of sovereignty.
Thankfully we didn't leave any lieutenant alive. That's gonna make things bit easier for us in the final fight.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
This area is going to be a bit problematic. Elemental dispersion. Okay, so this is probably a dead end. I'm going to check. This is going to lead to a golden door, the sanatorium halls. We have to find a key first. Can grab another mind mastery. Could also path towards Doomcast. Ghost was not fast enough. So could this be the key? Right, so there's gonna be a gauntlet. It's actually the spikes. That's okay. Somehow didn't manage to get hit.
Where there's a golden key, there must be a golden door.
And we just backtrack now. Okay, we need to go left or right. Let's try...
Let the day dawn, golden with possibility.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
The Sepulchre Passage. Interesting. I think the lines probably represent a secret entrance. Possibly there was a path directly to the Sepulchre Passage. And other than that, if we took the left path, we may have ended up in the trial.
When the time comes to strike, an emperor strikes without hesitation.
The essence of an empire
to entertain
must be shared
equally
equally
amongst all of its citizens.
So when it's done, of course, we hit the item for
and
that.
loyalty. Are you a martyr?
It was probably a good idea that we didn't get hit by the slam.
The Empire's essence must be saved for the people.
And this wind slash is also very dangerous.
By the goddess, what ambition! The last emperor is always the worst emperor.
So we are... The mansion halls, we could go to the north or to the south. I have no idea which is going to lead where. So there is a fire gauntlet. Well, somewhat. Not much of a gauntlet. Basilica halls, and realistically, if we stick to the east, to the eastern path, we should be at the final location. Oh, another puzzle? Okay. A basalt flask, but I don't really care about that right now. We are... where are we? Okay, we can click this one. And... this one. Okay. And we solved it. Was expecting a bit more than one sacrifice fragment. That enemy was glowing in a weird way. Really don't want to go back and check that out.
An aspirant can afford to be promising. An emperor must. A throne is the most devious trap of them all.
We have darts. We have darts.
Honor your name. You are free.
And I can't wait. All we got was junk. Okay, not a useful chest by any means. We have 2 points. Could try Born in the Shadows or Explosives Expert. Could definitely use Blind. Increased Reckoning damage. Chance to suppress. Honestly, these are not exactly useful. I'm glad we're back at the docks. What can I identify here? Iron Ring.
Good tidings to you.
Can sell this one. The Hubris Circlet.
Time and tide wait for no man.
I am reborn. Go.
Now that Innocence is reborn, we can definitely go and fight Kitava. We have the final ascendancy. We have pretty much everything we need. Back to the Rabbit Square.
Boom.
No, that was a dead end. The canals can be a bit tricky to navigate. I'm sure veterans are going to recognize layouts, but I usually have a hard time figuring it out. Too many dead ends.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
Somehow I think I ended up in the wrong place. How about this way? No, that's a dead end. Okay, over here maybe? Alright, that's the feeding trough. We have a recipe to find for crafting, and it's a pretty important one.
Got another one for you.
Okay, we're gonna stop for Rog. Definitely our favorite member of the expedition cast. Quantity of items. It's a bit far away. This is getting a bit chaotic. Yeah, just look at that life regeneration.
Stay safe.
You can actually choose to head towards Kitava on either side. I don't think it makes much of a difference. And it's so easy to switch that it shouldn't really matter, even if you do end up in a dead end somehow. Best if we avoid the heralds.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
This is it. It all comes down to this moment to finally put an end to Kitava. Go, Exile.
And that's the final recipe for life and mana. Definitely grab this one.
I shall strike you down.
Alright, let's open a portal. This might end up being somewhat difficult. But honestly, the beginning is not that bad. Think he let go of Sin. Okay. He's trying to cast an orb. Doing good so far, surprisingly. The camera is definitely not helping in this fight. And boom. Damage was pretty impressive. Well, we have to hide here. It looked... well, it did look like we were about to get hit, but... we actually didn't.
A new dawn arise.
Is that a... no, it's not a chalice. It's the other silver flask. Immunity to freeze, chill, and curses.
I need more pockets.
It's over. We emerge victorious.
We don't have to go back to the docks. We need to access the other portal. It says docks, but... okay.
By the light of Ramako, you did it.
Another book of skill. This is an important one because it's the only one in the game that grants you 2 skill points. Can definitely sell this one. And a flask as well.
Remember, we do this.
You look as though you've seen more bloodshed than you care to admit. Maybe it's time for you to step out of the darkness and do some honest pirating and pillaging for a change.
So now we get the final option, which is to sail for Moriath. Good riddance to this place, honestly. And essentially it triggers the epilogue of the game.
Exile. Exile, wake up. Commander Kirak has requested your presence in the war room.
Yep, Helena is here. We're gonna talk to Kirak in the next one, but this is the perfect place to end the episode. Now let's grab the recipe as well. Movement speed and flask enchantments. And yeah, we did it. We managed to level all the way to 70, managed to defeat Kitava. Surprisingly, we didn't die at all in this campaign, although we did go slow enough that we had time to make sure our gear and our talents were up to par. I'm not really sure how powerful this character will end up being. We do have to switch to a critical setup. Let's hide this one. We're gonna get Doomcast, and of course the critical mastery is decent as well. We have been leveling some critical gems. Not sure about charge mines. Right. You can see the expedition members, Lily, and Kirak is on the other side of the tunnel. Is the waypoint actually active? Has to be, right? No, this is a vault. And here we are, the epilogue. And we are in the Karui shores. And as for the character, I'm going to do some of the less interesting map grind, and if it turns out to be decent, and the critical investment works, we're gonna need a 5 link for that. Yeah, it's gonna take a while, but if it turns out to be good, I'm going to record a few more episodes with some of the endgame bosses. That being said, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed Path of Exile, Trial of the Ancestors, and our Saboteur playthrough, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.